Thank you for your interest in this LEED G4 exam prep training presented by Green Building Services and WPL Publishing. In this training, we're going to talk about some of the important information you'll need to know to pass the LEED GA exam.
Today we're going to be covering these 5 different areas, starting with the GA exam first. One of the study tips we have is sign up and give yourself a deadline. First thing, read the Green Associate Candidate Handbook. Definitely, using study aids. Such kinds of things are likely to be covered, starting with the U.S. Green Building Council and LEED. So the USGBC is you can see here, it's a voluntary consensus-based. When you're selecting the rating system, there's sort of this general 40-60 rule. So a lot of projects have more than one use, right? They may not fit squarely in a category. Another thing that you should be very familiar with are the LEED credit categories. So these are the categories that you'll find across all the different rating systems. So this is a project down in Southern Oregon for Asante, which was a partnership between it's a healthcare provider, so 2 different healthcare providers basically joined forces and built this women's health center together. So it's actually owned and managed by Asante, but the women's health centers like a 50% occupant of the building. This is what healthcare should look like. This is what it should feel like, and it's not LEED for Healthcare focuses on 24/7 inpatient facilities, so hospitals, those kinds of facilities.
This is a diagram of the Zion National Park Visitor Center, and it's a good illustration of the passive design strategies that include daylighting. There's clear story windows that provide daylight to the center of the space. It includes solar energy through the solar voltaic panels on the south-facing slope of the roof. And one of the most impressive aspects is the passive cooling strategy that guided the building design. Here, warm air passes through a tower with an evaporative cooling panel, basically a wet surface that cools the air and causes it to drop down the tower and enter the building through a supply grill. As the air heats up in the space, it exits up through the upper clerestory vents. This is a great example of a passive design strategy. As previously mentioned, passive design strategies, such as daylighting, has many benefits, but how it is delivered to occupied spaces is very important. And you should be familiar with the fundamental concepts and terms related to daylight delivery. One of the things that we want to talk about is using an exterior sunshade. This will block light from hitting the vision glazing, which gives us better views outside, but will also allow more daylight penetration into the space. The external projection is called a sunshade, and it provides shading so we don't have direct sunlight on our vision glazing. The internal projection is called a light shelf. A light shelf will have a reflective surface on the top, and it allows sunlight to bounce and be reflected up to the ceiling, and this provides a nice diffuse light into the space. This will require less artificial light and therefore save us some energy. This course will introduce you to all the LEED Green Associate tasks and knowledge domains and includes the presenter's applied knowledge from project experience. In addition, we'll provide interactive quiz questions with immediate answers and feedback that helps you to prepare to study for the exam effectively. We hope you'll join WPL Publishing and Green Building Services and learn how to pass your LEED GA exam.